Hi, Glory Ogbonna. It's good to have you on this episode. Actually, the first episode of season 3 of the pitch. Thanks for joining us here today.
Yeah, it's my pleasure to be
Right.
here.
Okay, it's our pleasure to have you on this show today. Also, so let's go right into an introduction. Glory. Basically, I know you. Not physically, but I know you from the screens and all of that. But let's just get up close. Let's start off an introduction. Who is Glory Ogbonna? What do you do for a living? We know that for sure, but want to hear it from the horse's mouth. What do you do for a living? How long have you been doing that? And generally, what is your life all about? When you mention the name, when I Google the name Glory Ogbonna, what would you think I will see? I need you to say all of that to us here.
Yeah, first you already said it that you know me, you know my name. So of course my name is Gloria Bona. I'm a Falcons player. Yeah, generally I'm a footballer, as you know. And if you want to talk about me, like you said, if you Google what you're going to see about me, it's just all life of football. Because all my life is football for now. Yeah, and at the moment, I just signed a new contract, a 6 month contract for tourism. So it's all about football.
And that's congratulations on your contract. But let's take it a little bit further. No, we know you're Nigerian from your name. We can tell like you're exactly Nigerian woman or lady, as the case may be. But let's know what part of Nigeria is Glory Ogbonna from. Your family background, just basically how did you start your career, where you started from, where you at the moment, and just give us a brief on all of that.
Yeah, I'm a Nigerian, yes. I'm from Abia State.
It will kind of
Yeah. There you go. So I'm a first born in my family, the firstborn. We are three numbers, 2 girls and a boy. I happen to see all of them because I said I'm the first. So my parents are very much alive. My dad, the football lover, coach, he was also a player, but couldn't score the ball. But he has been my pillar ever since was my tender age. He supports me all around. I've been playing this football for a long time. When I was very little, I would say from my nursery school, because the history from my parents, they used to tell me my way of growing up, like the way I grew up, like I love to play football. Each time I would like to go and watch football. So all my life has been football. And I started with one academy in Aba. Yeah, I grew up in Aba actually. I don't know if you know that area.
I know, of course, I'm a Nigerian. I know where Aba is, but let's start.
So I started from one academy there. Though they are now in Premier League as well, Nigerian Women Premier League. The name is Abia Angels. But by then, we were answering standard base. So from there, I moved I moved to Akwa State. That's where I started my first professional football, like Premier League side with Ibom Angels, Akwa State. And I was there for 6 years. I captained the team for 5 years. And after that, I moved to Edo Queen. And from Edo Queen, I moved to Sweden. Though I couldn't finish my contract in Sweden, I terminated it, and then I got situation one in Santa TERESA FC.
Okay, I said that's a very long list of portfolio right there. I mean, it's a whole started from the scratch, you're up until the middle, you went up there and now you're up there. So we're hoping that you get higher as you make progress. But let's talk about your career. I'm talking about the Super Falcons. We saw that you joined in the Super Falcons in 2018. So just tell us, how has that been for you? What was the feeling like for you? How did you feel when you got the news that you're going to wear the green, white, green? The dream of every player I know is to fly the color. So for you, what was the expression? What was the feeling? And then how has it been going so far?
Well, like you said, it's a dream of every player to represent his or her country. So when I first got the call up, that was from the Falcons on the 20 in 2015 when Coach Peter Dedevo was the coach of under 20. So when I got the call up that she come for under 20 camp, wow, I was like, oh, me. It has been my dream to, to represent my country. So, and then I promised myself that I'm going to go there to give a very good account of myself so that I will really, really be able to represent my country, which has been my dream. It has been an amazing journey for me in the national team. And then after the 2018 under 20 World Cup, the senior coach of Super Falcons, that was Thomas Benabi, invited me over to come for the Super Falcons camp, which was in 2018 for the AFCON, which we won against South Africa, Tristan Archila.
Oh my goodness, that's some really serious history right there. But
so happy, like, oh, my career is really progressing. And I feel so excited to represent my country from the lower stage now to the upper stage.
But that's good. That's good. It's good to know that your career is actually making progress. And I think for me, that's already an inspiration for you to even want to do more and to get better at it and then be at the peak of it. We're moving into the next segment, which is about your personal life, matters off the pitch, really. So, Glory, I mean, let's start with your routine. First of all, let's know how you live your life when you're not playing football, you're not doing football stuff. Let's put it that way. And you're not doing football stuff. How do you spend your day? How do you, go about your day generally? What do you do? How do you wake up? All of that. We just want to know all of that.
Yeah. My life generally out of the pitch, I will tell you the truth. Being that I'm not a footballer, I would have loved to be a musician.
Okay. All right. Okay. I like this. I like this. All right. Yes.
Because I like to sing a lot and gospel music. And then apart from that, I like to make friends. I like to know about people's life. People normally say that I don't like to go out. But at times I would say that they got it wrong, because if I want to go out, I make sure that I go out with people that will add more value to me. I don't just go out for going out. So for me personally, I cruise a lot.
Cruise. I hope we get to cruise when next you come into Nigeria, because I don't want to be on your cruise right now so that I have the experience of I'd want to know. I know you're of age, so it's not out of place to ask. But I tried to search and I didn't see anything about that online. So I'm going to ask you personally: is Glory married? Does Glory have children somewhere? Or is that even in the line? Or is not even in the line at all? Let us know what your personal life, your love life, or as it like to be called, is all about.
Yeah, for now, it's just me. No serious relationship, because I just want to get somewhere with my career first before I can fully involve myself in a relationship. So for now, it's just me, very single and not touching.
So basically, you've been outside Nigeria for a pretty long time. And I would like to know exactly, what do you miss about Nigeria? What's that one thing, aside from family, that you said, damn, man, if the Nigeria day enough, if I did Nigeria, I don't get this thing. Like, what's that one thing? It might be food, it might be weather, it might be, I don't know. But aside from human beings and family, what's that one thing you miss about, or what are those things you miss about Nigeria?
The weather, because I miss Nigerian weather somehow, because I like Nigerian weather. If you talk about Europe, it's somehow inconvenient because at times you wake up in the middle of cold, you want to train, then you will remember back home and say, had it been my country, it's more warmer. So first I would say weather, and then we'll talk about people as well. We talk about people. If I am in my country, I have a lot of people to associate with. But here, just a few people you can associate with. And then also language.
I was waiting for you to say that, but okay, let me hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you miss the language, so you don't get to speak it a lot. Or
Yeah.
pidgin.
I miss my language. I miss uh, people that I can speak my language with. I mean, sometimes I will want to call home like to speak my dialect. But here, you have no one to speak a dialect with, and most of the time, you even have to communicate with English because some of your teammates or people around you may not be that used
Understand.
to it. So everything is somehow tough. But it's life. We have to live with it because everybody wants to know it. So,
That's a good place. That's a good understanding of the situation. It's life and it happens, and you have to move on. You have to find ways to get through it and just keep going. But anyways, I hear that you're very sound when it comes to spoken English, and I'm just interested to know how is your educational background like for you? Is it that you were done with school before you got properly into professional football?
yeah, of course. I finished my second segment before I went fully into professional football. Though, of course, when I was still schooling, during break time, holidays, I used to go to professional clubs, like I mentioned, also in academies to train. But when it's time for school period, I go back to school because I was still in a boarding school. So when it's time, I'll go back to school. And I have intention of moving further because I really want to read mass communication. So
But anyways, that is really, 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 really good to know that you have all this figured out for yourself. You wish to go back to school someday, and if it doesn't work out, you have something to always fall back to, and that is what we encourage here out here, looking at the society we're in today. So, Joy, looking at your career, who do you say has actually inspired you, apart from your dad, who you mentioned earlier? When it comes to professional football in the women's league, generally around the world, who do you look up to? Who are those people that actually make you want to do more, to aspire to be more?
they always ask me this question, and I feel happy to answer it direct because this person I'm going to mention has been a whole lot of inspiration to me. I look up to her a lot, and I call her a legend, living legend, a legend of my time. And you know her as well, Perpetual Unfortunate.
Oh, you really done a whole lot of homework, I must say. You literally answered all my quiz questions from just giving me an introduction. Well, that is good. That is good. Pepper Shredder's the Super Falcons all-time goal scorer.
Thank you. Yeah, and I used to tell her that I want to surpass her record. So, so I have a lot of putting to make sure that I accomplish my wish. So she has been an amazing woman to me. She has been a whole lot of inspiration to me. She encouraged me a lot. And I must say that she was the part of my first contract in Sweden. She was the one that linked me up to that field. She so much believed in me, and I promised not to let her down. So I look up to her, and I'll make her proud.
So moving right into the quiz segment now, I get to test your knowledge of the Super Falcons, which I think you have so much knowledge about already. But I'm just going to try to hope that you don't get all my questions correctly, and perhaps you do me one of your written songs in the future, right here. Is that okay? So the question number one, please, I'm actually scared of asking this because I have a feeling you're going to answer all of it, but I'm going to ask you either way.
You can't just be that sure.
The Super Falcons of Nigeria have featured in the African Women Cup of Nations for how many times, and won how many times?
Yeah, we've won it. I would say we've won it.
Because you've been a part of
for,
it, yes.
For 11 times.
All right, you're correct on that part, but you didn't get the answer correctly, so I'm going to give you like a half mark. They won the record. They featured 13 times. Out of 13, they won 11 times. You've won 11 times because you're part of it. All right, so the next question goes, what is the full name? Don't give me half. What is the full name of the current coach of the Super Falcons of Nigeria?
I think his name is Randy Wardrobe. So I don't know about the next one.
Right, so you have to do some research. You failed to have my question half. The full name is Randy Marlon wardrobe?
So it's Randy. So, but that's fine.
All right, so this final question is kind of like take chop sharp because I know you're going to win this one. The Super Falcons got their 11th African Women Cup of Nations title in what year and defeating which country?
Yeah, we got it in 2018 by defeating South Africa and Santa TERESA.
The confidence in that one was too much because you're part of the crew, right? Right, that was quite an interesting conversation we've had so far. I must say thank you so much for your time. But I mean, Glory, I wouldn't leave you without saying your parting words to young girls like yourself who aspire to pick a career in football, and then to general fans, family, and well-wishers all around the world.
Yeah, of course. My word to them is to keep believing themselves, keep working hard. Like me, I use myself as an instance. When I was coming up, I so much have faith in me, so much have that self-confidence that I will make it someday. So if they have that self-belief and confidence within them, they will also make it. So nothing is impossible if you so much believe in yourself.